Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
2 numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, when he cares...
He loses the football! And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Here's a give up the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. First and 10 from the 41. Now Herbert to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2nd and 3 now. Blown back, gets the handoff. Open space inside the 40. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
First and 10, Herbert. He's got it. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week. The one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception. And his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. There's certainly some momentum to build on today.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Receiver in motion, headed right. On 3rd down, it's Young. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Carolina in punt formation. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Chargers and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see with just this and 1 more game remaining this season, he's leading the league in rushing touchdowns. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
At the 40-yard line.
Trying again, following the set. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up, and they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. First and 10 from the 41. Herbert from the gun. Finds him on the slant. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first. Second and 3 now.
Brings up second and 3 at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Cut out left. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. The drive picks up here, first and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Pass is caught at the 9. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Trying to find his tight end. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Herbert to throw once more. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Here's Young on first and 10. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Counterplay, Hubbard. And his defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopped by Deion Henley. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. Third and a lone yard coming up. It's Hubbard off the option. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
While a new offense. So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Another try following the sack. Got for big yards on the right side. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
And the Panthers first down.
Young throwing here. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. From the red zone now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a one-score game. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Throwing on first is Herbert. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 41. He's got a man left. And they bring him down around the 34. That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Escapes the puck, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he can get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And they make the stop at the 46. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Young working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
That one's complete over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So now we get a stoppage. Looks like a timeout called by the defense. They give it to him again. Up the sideline, past the 45. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To the air this time. Herbert into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
At their own 43-yard line.
To the air on 1st down. Young. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player on that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Pulled in at the 20. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Chargers and this running back headed back out for a new series. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Herbert on 1st down. Dumps it off to his running back. Space past the 35. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Play action now for Herbert. It is cut left side. And he'll get it up to the 44. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Herbert from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Herbert throwing again. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first. Herbert to throw once more. First down, ball at the 36. Now Herbert again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. It's Herbert once more. Setting up the screen. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Brown's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Hubbard hauls it in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. 3rd down run by Hubbard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Short pass brought in. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First and 10, Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to the air, Herbert. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. This from 48 on the left hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Panthers headed out on offense again just before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Young on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the 3rd quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 43. Amazing concentration. That deep ball was tipped, but he still caught it. That one hits for 30. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut out left. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running right, here's Hubbard. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Shotgun snap now to Young. Has it down close. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Young working from the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers get it back to within 6.
Panthers 14.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the NFL rushing title within his grasp as we enter the penultimate week. He sits atop the league in yards. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This one goes off right tackle. Back at the line. Down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the well again. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming.
3rd and 7.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Complete out to the right. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw, here's Herbert. He has the 1st over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the Panthers' 25-yard line.
Trying an option play, headed left. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. He's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And he breaks up that throw for the moment. A good defensive play as we hear what this flag's about.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 1st down.
So now from further back, another try at 1st and goal. Herbert with a blitz coming. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd and long, and it leaves them behind the chains on 3rd. Herbert from the gun. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
They want to run it across. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Every once in a while, we don't have to confuse this game. Simply beat the man in front of you. Carry the ball over the line. Rushing football at its finest.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 39. He's got time here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Out of the gun, Young. Brought in right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he's stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. So as the clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. The Panthers have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. First and 10 from the 41. Now Young. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They've got a man in motion. From the 35 on 2nd down. Connects with Hubbard. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hubbard on the give. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They run again with Hubbard. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 yards on the carry. Gets him some yards back, but still 3rd and 9 upcoming. Sending the tight end in motion left. Hubbard again. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a gain of 2. They're left with 4th and 7. They're going for it, Young. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for.
And he'll get into the end zone to make this a one-score game in the fourth quarter. We hear it in every sport, partner. Sometimes it's just best to keep it simple. They give it to him, and he heads right up the gut for 2.
That's right. Let that defense overthink it, and boy, did they ever. They were so concerned about everything else, they forgot the simplest play in the book. That run right up the middle. Kudos to that O-line to get that push, and an even better job by the back to get in the end zone.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The home. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back-to-back carries here. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Back to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the pistol, it's Herbert. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers up by 6. Another carry for him. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
Chargers field goal. 8:57-yard attempt.
That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
They tried for the field goal to really eliminate all shadow of a doubt, and instead, well, let's introduce some doubt into the picture and a little energy on the other side. Kate, it's not quite an automatic win still. They're going to have to get focused defensively and make sure they get a stop to clinch this.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Setting up to pass. He's Marley won't risk something here, just chucks it away. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Legette's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. Back to throw. Pass complete to Hubbard. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate. before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
This one misses the tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Looking to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here he is to throw. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Sticking to the air, it's Young. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. They kick the running back in motion. And he catches it to tie this game in the final minute. Now on for a likely game winner if he can hit it. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives him the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Chargers, 28.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. Here's 2nd and 2. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Could make the connection, was looking for Lad McConkey. And now it's 3rd and short. To throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now Herbert again. This is for the ball game. And this will not be caught. So their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.